Each morning, we're presented with a choice. We can wake up and let the day take us wherever it pleases, moving along without direction. Or we can take charge. We can choose to steer our own course. We can spend just a few moments telling ourselves certain truths, words that set the tone for the day ahead, aligning our mindset, attitude, and actions with our best intentions. This isn't about empty affirmations or feel-good phrases with no substance. These are powerful statements, rooted in truth, principles, and genuine intent. They remind you of who you are, where you're headed, and what it takes to imagine this. Every morning, you say 5 things to yourself, 5 simple yet profound phrases that set the foundation for a meaningful day. Each phrase is like a brick, adding a bit more strength, a bit more clarity. Brick by brick, you build a wall. Before long, you'll find yourself standing behind a fortress of purpose and determination. This structure doesn't waver when life gets tough. It keeps you steady when the winds of life blow hard. And the beauty of this practice? By repeating these truths daily, you're not just reminding yourself of the best version of you, you're actively becoming that version. Little by little, every morning. It's like aligning your thoughts with the actions you're about to take, setting the course before you even begin to walk it. This habit is a small discipline, but over time, it makes a big difference. Each phrase carries power. Each one holds a place in shaping the day you want to create. These words guide your energy, influence your choices, and remind you of your potential. They act as a compass, helping you navigate through distractions, challenges, and temptations, keeping you focused on the path you've chosen. The goal here isn't perfection, it's direction. It's about setting a clear intention. Every morning you have the chance to guide yourself so that by the end of the day you can look back and say, today was good, today was meaningful. The first thing you should tell yourself every morning: today I take responsibility. Responsibility is a powerful word. It shapes everything when you start your day. By taking full ownership, you're laying the foundation for true strength. Here's the truth. You can't change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Responsibility means owning those sails, adjusting them, and not blaming the wind, the sea, or the boat. It's about understanding that no matter what happens, you always have the power to choose how to respond. And that, my friend, is true freedom. One of the most liberating realizations in life is this: circumstances do not define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. Responsibility isn't about blame or guilt. It's about control. It's about recognizing that only you and you alone can steer your ship. When you say, today I take responsibility, you're setting the intention to own your actions and attitudes for the day. You're committing to respond in ways aligned with your values and goals. Some people live in a mindset of blame. They're quick to point fingers at circumstances, others, or the world around them. But here's what I've learned. Blame might make you feel better in the short term, but it strips you of your power. The moment you say it's their fault, you're giving away control. You're saying, I can't change this because it's not up to me. Responsibility, on the other hand, puts the power back in your hands. It places control firmly where it belongs, with you. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for the world to change. Instead, you're ready to change yourself. This doesn't mean you have to handle everything perfectly or that you won't stumble. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't make mistakes or have days when everything seems to fall apart. It means owning those moments, learning from them, and rising again. Taking responsibility means that when you fail, you don't wallow in shame or self-pity. Instead, you ask, what went wrong? What can I learn from this? And then you adjust your course. It's like being the CEO of your life. A good CEO doesn't blame the economy or competitors when times get tough. A good CEO steps back, evaluates the situation, and makes changes. They take ownership of the results because they know that's the only way to lead effectively. So when you say, today I take responsibility, you step into that role for your own life. You become the CEO of your day. You commit to facing whatever comes with maturity, resilience, and action. Why say this in the morning? Because mornings are when your mind is fresh, unclouded by the events of the day. It's your chance to set the tone, to orient yourself before distractions take over. Think of it as setting your internal compass. By saying, today I take responsibility, you train your mind to seek solutions rather than problems, to focus on action instead of complaints. This simple commitment helps you recognize when you're slipping into a blame mindset. It acts as a reset button, pulling you back to what you can control. Here's the real magic. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for the perfect conditions to act. Too many people delay their dreams, goals, and best intentions, waiting for the right time. But the truth is, there's no perfect moment, and conditions will never be completely ideal. If you want progress, you must work with what you have and do what you can. Responsibility anchors you to reality. It's not about wishful thinking, it's about looking at where you are and saying, all right, this is the situation. What can I do with it? It means acknowledging both opportunities and limitations, then making the most of them. It's a mindset that says, no excuses. When you bring that mindset to every day, you start seeing results. Success isn't about waiting for ideal circumstances. It's about creating progress bit by bit, step by step in the real world. When you say, today I take responsibility, it's not just a statement, it's a declaration. It's how you tell yourself that no matter what happens, you'll rise and face the day with courage. It's a promise that you'll own your choices, handle setbacks, and keep moving forward. When you live with that kind of responsibility, you don't need anyone else to motivate you. You don't need a perfect plan, all the answers, or ideal conditions. You just need to know that you'll do your best with what you have, and that's enough. Responsibility is contagious. The people around you, friends, family, colleagues, will notice how you handle challenges, how you rise, and how you refuse to complain or blame. That creates influence. When you live with responsibility, you inspire others to do the same. You become an example, a light for others to follow. Before long, you're not just improving your own life, you're helping to create a culture of responsibility, resilience, and growth. Every morning, take a moment to say it with conviction. Today, I take responsibility. Feel its weight, but also feel its power. Recognize that by taking responsibility, you're freeing yourself from the limits of excuses, the traps of blame, and the prison of waiting for the perfect time. You're telling yourself, today, I own my actions, my reactions, and my choices. With that mindset, you step into your day with strength, clarity, and the determination to make a difference in your life. Responsibility is where everything begins. It's the foundation for everything else. Without it, nothing else holds. But when you take charge of your day, your choices, and your actions, you're already halfway to conquering the day. That's the first step, and it's incredibly powerful. The second thing you should say to yourself every morning is this: I can. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But don't underestimate the power of those two words. I can is a declaration of your potential, a reminder that no matter what lies ahead, you have what it takes to face it. Think about it. In a world filled with doubt, challenges, and obstacles, how often do we pause to tell ourselves, I can? We live in a society that constantly makes us feel like we're not enough. There's always someone faster, smarter, or wealthier. There are always comparisons that make us feel like we're falling short. But when you start your day affirming your abilities, you remind yourself of a simple truth. You have the skills, the determination, and the strength to tackle whatever comes your way. Saying I can every morning isn't bragging. It's not arrogance or overconfidence. It's an honest acknowledgement of your potential. The strengths you possess are incredible. There's a saying, everything you need is already within you. And it's true. Inside you lies everything necessary to face life's challenges. By saying I can, you allow yourself to believe in that truth. You remind yourself that even if you don't have all the answers yet, you are capable of finding them. Ability doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean you won't encounter obstacles or make mistakes. It simply means believing that you can handle those challenges, learn from your missteps, and keep moving forward. You're not claiming you'll get everything right. You're committing to giving your best effort and trying again if needed. That's resilience. When you start your day with I can, you set the tone for a confident mindset, one that won't waver when things get tough. You're not relying on luck or perfect circumstances. You're leaning on your inner strength and resourcefulness. Ability is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And like any muscle, it's built through consistent effort. By saying I can daily, you train your mind to see challenges as opportunities, not threats. Instead of avoiding difficulties, you approach them with curiosity, wondering what they can teach you or how they might help you grow. With this mindset, obstacles become stepping stones. And let me tell you, that shift is one of the most transformative changes you can make in your life. You begin to see challenges not as something to fear, but as something to embrace because they make you stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Self-doubt is powerful. It's sneaky. It often starts small, but if you feed it, it grows. Before long, you're not just doubting what you can do, you're doubting who you are. Self-doubt can paralyze you if you let it. But every time you say I can, you shrink that doubt. You cut it down. You remind yourself that yes, you may have fears and face challenges, but they don't define you. Ability is a choice, It's deciding to believe in yourself, even when the world gives you reasons not to. Think back to times when you accomplished something that once felt out of reach. Remember how at one point those things seemed hard, maybe even impossible. But through persistence, focus, and determination, you did it. That was your ability in action. The beautiful thing about ability is that it compounds. Every time you face a challenge and overcome it, every time you push through a tough situation, you're adding to your inner strength. People often ask, what if I'm not good enough? What if I can't handle it? My answer is always this: don't rush to doubt yourself. Just because something is hard doesn't mean you can't do it. Hard things often make us better. Ability isn't about ease or comfort. It's about finding the courage to act despite the difficulty. It's about digging deep and trusting yourself enough to keep moving forward. You'd be surprised at what you can do if you just give yourself a chance. When you say, I can, you're setting a standard for yourself. You're saying, I won't back down from challenges. I won't let fear, doubt, or worry stop me. I have everything within me to make today a success. The key is that once you believe you can, you start acting like it. You approach problems with greater confidence. You take on projects you might have avoided before, and you put yourself in situations that help you grow. That's the real beauty of this mindset. It opens doors because you're no longer afraid of what's on the other side. You know that whatever happens, you'll handle it. Ability is also about growth. It's not fixed. Just because you can today doesn't mean you've reached the limit of what you can do. In fact, true ability is recognizing that you're always evolving, always learning, always becoming better. When you say I can, you're committing to that growth. You're saying I'm willing to improve, to learn from mistakes, to become better. Ability doesn't stop, it expands. That's why saying this every morning is so powerful. It's a daily reminder that you're not finished yet, that you're still growing, still moving closer to your full potential. When you believe in your ability, it impacts every aspect of your life. It influences your relationships, your work, your health, and your goals. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves, not because they're arrogant, but because that belief is magnetic and inspiring. People want to be around those who face life with confidence, tackle challenges with resilience, and refuse to be defeated by setbacks. When you say I can every morning, you become that person. You create a role model for yourself and others, someone who lives with self-belief. So every morning, say it and truly believe it. I can. Let it remind you of your inner strength, the resilience you've built, and the potential that lies ahead. Ability isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about trusting that you can find them. It's about believing that no matter what life throws your way, you'll rise to meet it. And that, my friend, is a truly powerful way to start your day. Third thing you should tell yourself every morning: I am grateful. Gratitude is one of the most transformative mindsets you can embrace, not just for the day ahead, but for your entire life. It's like a lens through which you view the world. When you wake up and say, I am grateful, you're choosing to focus on what's good, what you have, and what's working, rather than dwelling on what's missing, broken, or what you wish were different. This small shift in perspective can make a world of difference. You might wonder, why focus on gratitude? Why is it so important? Because gratitude moves your mind from a state of lack to a state of abundance. It reminds you that you already have so much: your health, your family, your skills, and the opportunities ahead. Starting your day with I am grateful sets the tone for a mindset of fullness and contentment. It's a powerful antidote to the endless pursuit of more. Gratitude helps you pause and appreciate what's already there, grounding you in the present. Gratitude is also one of the best tools to overcome negativity. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. But when you view those challenges through the lens of gratitude, you begin to see them differently. You realize that even in tough times, there's something to be gained: a lesson, a silver lining, or a moment of growth. This doesn't mean everything in life will be perfect. It means you develop the ability to find value in any situation, even the hardest ones. That's the magic of gratitude. It multiplies as you practice it. When you start by appreciating small things, you'll begin to notice more. Your mind becomes trained to look for blessings, moments of beauty, and reasons to feel thankful. The more you seek, the more you find. Like a snowball gathering momentum, gratitude builds upon itself until your days are filled with moments that lift your spirit and remind you how fortunate you are. Now think about it. If you approach life with an attitude of gratitude, even when things don't go your way, it's easier to keep moving forward. You might say, this didn't work out, but I'm grateful for the chance to learn. I'm grateful for the opportunity to improve. That's the difference between being crushed by challenges and rising above them. Gratitude gives you a solid foundation to stand on. It keeps your focus on what truly matters and what's good in your life. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding the good, the real, even amidst the struggles. It can be as simple as being thankful for a new day, for the opportunity to grow, for the people in your life, or for the lessons past difficulties have taught you. Gratitude doesn't demand perfection. It simply asks you to look for value. When you start your day by saying, "I am grateful," you're committing to find that value. So when you say, "I am grateful" each morning, you're setting an attitude of appreciation. You're telling yourself that no matter what happens today, there's always something to be thankful for. That gratitude becomes your guiding light, giving you strength, fostering a positive outlook, and brightening your day. Now imagine living each day with this mindset. Instead of rushing past everything, you notice the small moments. You appreciate little victories, kind words, and simple joys. Life is made up of these moments, and when you're grateful, you start to see how rich and meaningful each day truly is. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have big goals. It simply means you don't have to wait to achieve them to feel fulfilled. Fulfillment comes from the journey itself, from the people you meet, the growth you experience, and the lessons you learn along the way. Gratitude can be practiced in countless ways, big or small. You can take a few minutes to reflect on what you're grateful for, whisper a quiet thank you for the new day, or jot down a few things that come to mind. However you choose to practice it, let it be genuine. Let it matter. Let it be a reminder that despite life's ups and downs, every day brings its own value. As we wrap up today's message, I want to take a moment to thank you for spending your time with me, reflecting on the power of attitude, how it not only shapes our inner lives, but also impacts the world around us. We've discussed that attitude isn't a one-time decision. It's a continuous choice we make, even in moments of challenge. We've also explored how gratitude, resilience, and a positive mindset can transform not just our paths, but ultimately the life we're living. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What resonated with you most in today's message? What's one lesson you've learned that you can start applying to your life right away? I encourage you to take a moment to reflect, then leave a comment below, sharing one insight you've gained and how you plan to put it into action. And remember, if you found value in this video, don't forget to hit like, share it with others, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. By subscribing, you'll stay connected to inspiring content that helps you live a purposeful, positive, and ever-growing life. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to hear how you choose to make today the beginning of something new and meaningful in your life.